Welcome back to the channel, you guys, and welcome to my new and improved studio. If you missed out on last week's video on this transformation, make sure to go back and watch it because this was such a fun makeover and I love how it came out. And now that it's done, I am so excited to start working on the first projects in this room, especially since spring is here. Spring officially started on March 20th, so happy spring, you guys. I love spring because it feels like this is when the year starts to wake up. Everything just feels more alive, and I love seeing trees just grow those little buds, and then by the end of the season everything is so lush and green. At the beginning of every season, I like to go back to everything that I've bookmarked on Instagram and Pinterest and TikTok. I find the ones that I really want to do and then I try them out myself and share them all with you guys on this channel. And to me it's kind of funny because I always get really nice comments from you guys on how I inspire you to create projects, but really it is a never-ending cycle of inspiration because just like you guys, I am also very easily influenced to try out viral projects. I love to make it my own and share the whole process with you guys and share any tips and tricks that I figured out along the way. So that is what we are gonna do today. And although I'm kind of making these to celebrate springtime, you can make this any time of year because these ideas are interchangeable and I have a feeling this is gonna be a really good one. All right, enough blabbing. Let's jump into the first project in the new studio. This first project I probably have had pinned on my Pinterest for like 2 years now. It's always been in the back of my head to make it. I just love the idea of having all these little slots for your rings and your jewelry. And recently I came across a video from Sincerely Seashell on Instagram and it blew my mind. I just thought it was so genius. So basically, instead of carving all the little slots herself, she used rocks, which I think is amazing because it gives you a really organic shape. And in the video, she made it look really easy. So I have to try it out myself to see if it really is that easy. So I have some air dry clay here and I also have a bag of rocks. If you have a yard, just feel free to scavenge for your own free rocks. But I had to pay $5 for this bag, so we are gonna make it worth it. That is so calming. Okay, the rocks are in. I'm not sure if I should leave them for a little bit or if I should just take them out. I'm going to wait like maybe 10 minutes just to be safe. And I also wiggle these around a little bit just to make the shape a little bit bigger. But so far, this is looking good. When it comes to an air dry clay project that I'm not really sure what to paint, I always default to doing these teeny tiny splatters. It just adds a nice texture and looks very convincing. Like whenever I show people my air dry clay projects, they honestly think it's real clay. And I learned this splatter trick in high school, so I remember our art teacher would tell us to use a toothbrush versus a paintbrush because you get more control that way. It is hands down the best way to get a speckle effect, and you will always find a toothbrush in my studio. And doing this really takes me back to my splatter paint obsession. I feel like everyone went through this phase at one point or another. There was a time where you would see it in all of my projects, but nowadays I just do these teeny tiny ones. So ever since I completed this makeover, I've been transitioning the apartment to feel a little bit more cheery, especially now that spring is in full swing. I just have a couple of new items to celebrate the new season. Our bedroom is really my focus right now. It just needs some love. So I picked up some items from Walmart. Walmart is so kindly sponsoring today's video, and a big shout out to them for being one of the most affordable places to find the best prices on pretty much everything. Not to mention their fast shipping is amazing, and they also have pickup for in-store, so that saves a lot of time. If you want to know where to look, my top brands available at Walmart are Beautiful by Drew Barrymore, Better Homes and Gardens, and My Texas House. I am constantly impressed with all the collections that they come out with. Like, everything is so cute, so on trend, and also just looks so nice. First favorite is this candle. I have been burning this non-stop. I have it going right now on my candle warmer, so it is melted right now, and it just fills up the room so nicely. This is Starlit Skies by Mainstays. It just smells very sweet, but not overpowering. I know I'm not the only one that burns candles even when it's 70 degrees out, so this has been a favorite. I have that going over there on my candle warmer, which also is another favorite. Like, you have to pair those two together. The one I have is from Better Homes and Gardens, and I think I might get another one because I keep taking it back and forth from the studio to the bedroom, so I'm probably gonna need a second one. I just need a candle warmer in every room. My next favorite is right behind me. I want to give you guys an update on this cabinet after using it for a couple of weeks now. So this beauty is the Juliet Arch Cabinet by Better Homes and Gardens. I got it in the green color, but it also comes in a bunch of other colors if that's more your vibe. This just makes my whole room feel so elevated, and I don't think anyone would have ever guessed that it's from Walmart because the price was very affordable, but it looks very luxe, especially against the terracotta walls. I just love how these colors look next to each other. Okay, so we do have a couple of new items. So I grabbed a big planter pot because I want to put a big plant in my bedroom, and just look at the color and the pattern on this. It has some cute little wooden feet at the bottom, and this is also by Beautiful. Like their name says, everything they make is beautiful. I am especially loving all the planters. So this one is the second Beautiful planter that I have in my home now. The pieces that they have right now for their outdoor home and patio is really playful and really fun, and is giving me major inspo for what I want to do for my patio this year. Okay, last item. You guys know I've been loving gingham. It's been kind of my personality lately. For spring, I wanted to switch out my bedding to this beautiful baby blue. Right off the bat, this already feels super soft. This is gonna be the perfect way to refresh my bedroom, and I'm also thinking about pairing it with some brown pillows, so let me know your thoughts on that. I am loving all these pieces, and this refresh was so needed before we get to do an actual makeover. If you guys like these pieces and want to see more of my favorites, I will have everything linked down below in my Walmart creator storefront, so make sure you guys check it out. And now let's get back into the video. One thing that I can't seem to throw away are toilet paper rolls. Whenever I finish a roll, I think to myself, yup, that belongs into a pile. So I have a bunch of rolls that I've been saving. It has gotten to the point where Brian will set aside a roll whenever he finishes one because he knows I would save it if I was the one that finished the roll. Since we work from home, we go through so much toilet paper, and I just feel bad throwing these away. So the least I can do is save them. Do I have a plan for what I'm going to do with these? No, but I save them just in case something comes up. And last week I was scrolling on Instagram and this came up on my feed, and I thought to myself, I have to make that because I have enough toilet paper rolls to do it. So in the video, instead of taking these apart by hand, they actually put it into a cup of water. That way it unrolls and undoes the glue. That way you don't get any rips or tears. So I'm going to try that out. I'm gonna get some water, put it in a couple of cups, and see how long it takes to actually do this. So I have some warm water, and I'm just gonna plop this right on in and see how long it takes. Let's time it. That was so fast. I don't know why I thought this was gonna take longer. It literally took like 10 seconds. It's already undoing. Wow. Gonna rub off some of the glue here. But wow, look at that. A perfect diamond. Okay, that was easy. Now we just have to do this like 20 more times. feeling that maybe I should have squeezed out some of the water before I let this dry, because as you can see, they are not very flat at all. So I'm actually just going to run an iron on top of these. That way they're flat and ready to be folded. Now that these are folded in half, I cannot believe how perfect this triangle shape is. It is the perfect bunting banner triangle. I made enough for 2 banners, so I'm definitely going to save the leftovers for a future event, but I'm going to use some now for springtime. And is it just me, or am I seeing a bunch of goose themed things everywhere? I think it is absolutely adorable. I think the goose is this generation's owl. I want more geese in my decor, so that is today's theme. Obviously, we're gonna make it very springtime appropriate as well. I'm thinking cottagecore vibes. So I'm gonna use some craft paint, and I'm also going to use paint markers. I feel like those are going to be your best option, especially since this paper is thicker. You definitely want to use something like a paint. This is my progress so far, so I have to do one more stem and then add on the flowers. I think I'm going to do blue to tie in the blue from the little geese. These came out so adorable. I'm planning on layering it on top of this green one just to give it a little bit of dimension. But yeah, loving these 3 patterns together. We're making a candle today. So just when I thought I've seen all the different ways that you can make a candle, this video popped up on my feed. I just think it looks so beautiful. It looks so realistic and also very delicate. This is one of those viral videos that I look at and I'm like, there's no way something so beautiful is that easy to make. So we are going to try this today. I even got myself a wax melter. Like, I feel very official with this. We are upgrading our candle making game. Usually I just do a double boiler method on the stovetop, which works great, but I love that I could just do everything here on my desk with the melter. So I'm gonna start by pouring in some wax. I also have some candle dyes because I want to make this look pink. And I also got some fragrance oil. This is in the scent Tangerine Lychee. I've been very obsessed with lychee candles. So hopefully this smells good because I actually didn't even test it out in the store. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. So remember how I said, let's see if this is actually as easy as it looks in a viral video? Well, newsflash, it really is not. I feel like you would have to do this a couple of times to really get the hang of it. But the best part is, if you do mess up, you could just take the wax and put it back in the melter and then just start all over again. And while we're talking about mess ups, I totally got the wrong type of wax for this project. So if you guys are gonna try this out, make sure that it's 100% white beeswax. Otherwise, this is not gonna work and it's not gonna peel as nicely as you see me peeling here. And as someone who loves peeling off stickers and labels and any type of sticky thing, this project was so satisfying. We're ready to start putting this together, so I basically sorted out the petals into different sizes. We have the small, medium, and then large. I'm gonna work my way from the center with these small ones until I gradually get bigger and bigger. Okay guys, how fun were these projects? I am thoroughly surprised by how all of these methods came out so well. I will say though, the flower candle was actually pretty tricky, and if I were to do it again, I feel like I would make it even better. But for my first time, I am not mad at it. So let me know in the comments which project was your favorite. Was it the ring dish, the flower candle, or the banner? Personally, I've been using the ring dish every single day, so it is very handy and also looks really good. And the banner is also up there because I think it came out so cute, especially with all the ruffles, and the fact that I got to use up all of my toilet paper rolls was very satisfying. And I'm already saving more toilet paper rolls as we speak so that I can make another. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe down below so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you're not already and you want to see more from me, make sure to follow me over on Instagram. I post on there every single day, and I'm getting very, very close to 400,000 followers. That is actually insane. All right, so that is it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay inspired, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.